All right, you guys, something happened. So somebody went to go jump on my computer because of what I was talking about, which is what the problem is. Now, some of you guys are like, Daisy, didn't you use that like coding on your computer to stop the hacking? I did. And I'm gonna start doing more tutorials on that now that the feds are here. I'm gonna teach them how to secure their platform and whatnot. And when I mean feds, I mean like more feds of color that got uploaded to the virtual reality that have now found my channel. There's one from North Carolina, one from Pennsylvania, one from like the Kansas, Wisconsin area, Texas, and LA office have come to my channel because of that. So you guys have to understand that a bunch of these men got uploaded by other white female agents that wanted to have sex with them. Like, oh, I think that we're like spiritual together. Listen, the father. I'm gonna give you this technology. You're gonna upload this nigger, and then you're gonna go ahead and date him and do this and do that. He doesn't think I'm attractive. How do you know? Because I went over to the coffee shop that he's at every morning. He goes to this place every morning, and I followed him there, and I talked to him, and he just looked at me and walked away. And then I went to go check in the platform because I was like sitting outside of the job, blasting radiation towards his head. Side note, and it said, "Why? Who are you, and what are you doing?" He doesn't really like me much. Don't worry, we're gonna go ahead and do another sacrifice. You know, we're cleaning up, aka go find another child and go play with nonsense. Okay, let's try this. It'll work this time. And that's what they were doing. And that's how all these black and brown agents got uploaded because they wanted sex, or the father wanted to go play with them because they work at the job. Because they were like, oh yeah, you have to get rid of all the black and brown agents because they're not enforcers. You're the enforcer. That's how they talk. You're the enforcer. You must go ahead and you must enter into a specific consciousness to understand that this is not what should happen. You must remove him. He is your competition. He will end you. You must end him first. Because it's a hole from space playing with the voice changer. Do you know how many people are going to get hit on this fucking planet? Other note, my higher self wants to let you guys know that they've been instructing me in fine cuisine. And you guys know those like potatoes that you guys get from the store, the beer battered potatoes. I made some of them today, and I just want to tell you, mine's is way better. But I don't have to be afraid of like chiong, some type of weird ass chemical that should probably be in my shoes or in my like mattress or like in pesticides. Um, or your potatoes being fried with like chicken oil. These are really good. So let's go ahead and finish this up and get started, okay? Part two. Give me 1 second. Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and get this started. Okay. Now, where we were at, I was basically talking about the fact that had you not started this, played in my court case, caused all this drama, we would have been further as a community, like exponentially further, but it was okay. It was perfect because in space, what ended up happening concurrently is they found out the original holes that started slavery. So when I say hole, a hole is like hoea. In the Aztec language, it will be Hazwakalawa'i, Hazwakalawa'i. Hazukawakle. This basically means that somebody that has fallen from a specific force of physics now into a debilitated state of mind. So that's what I mean. Okay. So they just say, oh, call him hoe. But in my even Aztec Maya, like street language, they see she's a hoe. Like not hoe, but hoe. So now, one of the things that I was talking about is because you guys started all this bullshit, you put our community backwards, right? That's why certain people should not be fucking played with, you goofy ass females. Now, another thing that you guys started is had you never ever fucking started this playing with that virtual reality, what's happening in Palestine right now that is so egregious that it's going to end several federations of people on the planet would have never happened. And your hand is directly connected in that because we would have been out working in the community and people would have known about that technology in mass and it would have stopped. Had you never started this, they wouldn't have found mine to go play with all those kids, which is why this is starting in Antioch. Some of you guys know Antioch is hella hood. I know exactly who I need to call about that one. That's done. I was talking about basically how there this female, her brother was stalking harassing. You guys have heard about the white man. She got caught up, and somebody's about to pull up her case file, and that's gonna really get shmirkish. So now I talked about the collaboration that Africa was making with Russia. Like, okay, you guys will go there for school. It's still Europe. Don't worry. You can get on the train and go to the UK. Yeah, but you can't do that from Russia. There's certain countries that you cannot like do that from because you know they have like the international like this like long train like long term like rail thing. You can't really do that from Russia. I can't go to Russia and then like get to the UK. It doesn't work like that because Russia's like blacklisted like that. So now one of the other things that's happening here with the Russia-Ukraine war is that they said, oh, you guys are going to come study. You'll learn about chemicals. You'll do this and this and that. We'll help you in Africa. We'll even do pharmacy. We'll make our own stuff by playing on everyone's computer and stealing everyone's like work and trade secrets and then showing it to Africans. Okay, there's something called neo-colonialism. Not all Africans are on the same page. Remember, there's goofiness too. Patrice Lumumba. Now, one of the things that ended up happening here, Steve Biko, stir it up. Chick Diop, apartheid South Africa, Afrikaners. Yeah. Okay. So then you go to Africa and you told them to come to Russia that you're going to be learning, and immediately they get kidnapped and put in the war. Russia is sending young Africans to die in its war against Ukraine. The Kremlin threatens to deport Africans unless they sign up. And a lot of this is friendly fire. You thought you were going to come here for our women? Which one is your mom or your sister? Yeah, this is going to start an international chaos. Yeah, it is. So you're in front of a bunch of Africans that are just not finding out about this because a lot of Africans don't know about the deal that a few dishonorable families have made, mainly the families that started all the wars. So, ooh, you mean to tell me that you entered into a pact with Juju to go and do computer with Oibo, and that you will enter your first child into rituals in Igwazi. Get up, I'm gonna whip you. You really have no idea who I've contacted in the African community. So let it keep on going. So now, Nancy Pelosi, there's some nonsense here. Nancy Pelosi evicted from her office and she's running for office again. Yeah, it's on CNN. That's why I was like, okay, Fox News, you can't really trust. Let me see. KTVU, Fox, local, that's different. But how are you evicted from your office and you're running for office again? Nancy Pelosi, she's running for office again. It's right here. Told you. And now all these bitches are gonna be like, I don't know who Daisy is, but weren't you the one that came and told me about her getting stopped and look, and she thinks she's cute? Because remember, all these hood hoes, they did their job. They ran around every single hood. That's how everyone found out about this. Something, something, something just ain't right. Yeah, something's really wrong. So now, let me oh, that's not possible either. Okay, we'll come back to that. So now you guys see. Let's keep on going. Okay. So I told you guys when my computer shut down because they were putting like certain things and they split up my text organization, which I'm going to give you a certain serial number. We're going to get on my computer again. Somebody already got it. Thank you. I have a assistant, and they're gonna get on my computer and they're gonna find out who from New York was playing on my computer, and that's it for your job. I'm just gonna let you guys know. I know a lot of who you guys are, Chris Bursky, and this and that. I'm going to be contacting your job because you don't know who I know. So, a body of missing 17-year-old girl recovered from Kauai River, but they're making complaints right now, like, oh, we have to get this off YouTube because I'm radicalizing people on YouTube with my spiritual gifts. But do you clearly see what I'm talking about here with a bunch of black and brown children going missing? Right. Press release, testing police. Joe Biden's secret service officer was attacked. You better be careful with what you're planning with this. Okay, because this is right here. Good. Space Foundation. What are you doing? Space Commerce Institute. We teach you how to have a business in space, basically doing rituals on people's kids. 3,500 people missing because of them. So you mean to tell me that there's some bitch in space that I know from my hood because I know. Two, she's talking into a white man's ear or some other fucking sellout. Three, because two was like long enough. They're instructing them to play with black and brown children sexually and to orchestrate fucking chaos to get spiritual gifts. They're playing with you sexually. They're playing with you with chemicals, and they're starting a bunch of shit with you because you know about this. Because obviously you had to be from somewhere, sis. You're teaching all of us. In order for them to get any of this, you have to be of a certain type of melanin. You have to be of a certain federation. You have to have a certain akasha. They think that they're going to get this akasha six by playing with you. That you're supposed to give something to them, but not your community. They're employing number one, the goofy hood bitches on planet Earth now to reinstitute what the whole started in space. Let me go call my brother. Thank you. Taproot Foundation. Farewell to our CEO, Lindsay Grubber. Why? Because all these holes, somebody saw Latifah Simon on my page and said, wait, hold on. You are running for office for Congress. Matt Haney's your best friend. There's pictures of you guys all over the internet. You fed him period blood and you're doing love spells on him and then playing with conflict magic between him and Daisy because, well, I don't want them to get together. That'll be embarrassing. But Daisy never told you that she was interested in him. You were playing with tarot cards. And now you see what I mean with tarot holes and why they're hella quiet. Okay. Somebody went to go and look up documents and finances, and when all this bullshit was going on, she got fired from Akanati Foundation. Fired. She then went on to Metal Fund. This could be a great movie. Why? Because the people that founded this foundation, Patty Quinlan, her husband is the CEO of Netflix, and that's why they set Netflix on fire. You guys remember that one? You guys remember that video from LA when I was like, "Do you see how they set Netflix on fire?" Yeah, it was an automotive shop. They bombed it, and then Netflix got hit too that same night because they were basically trying to turn our community into a fucking movie. Oh yeah, this is cool. Yeah, it's not loading. There's something like wrong with their website because they're closing down as a foundation. To my beloved community, she's no longer there. This is Latifah Simon talking about she's leaving, going to Meadow Fund. Because she got fired because they were using grant funding to pay for witchcraft that was doing what? Driving Lakomisi. So now, also you bitches were at your job removing money so you can pay for witchcraft against Daisy, like $70,000 here, $80,000 there, a kidnapping attempt over white dick. But you're not a bitch from space. All the foundation heads got fucking reviewed. All their documents got reviewed, 990 forms all over the place. That's why she had to step down from Taproot Foundation. Thank you. I want to show you her face once again so you can see mental illness. And she's on coke. Not coke. She does meth and fentanyl. Like this is coke. Yeah, Matt, that's my best friend. Okay, Daisy. Yeah, we shouldn't have been playing with magic. I see now what you're talking about with spell work. Thank you. And the Book of Monsters from Harry Potter. Okay, actually, I can actually get over this. Yeah, you are, because your whole hood is watching this. It's one specific female that started so much her whole hood is watching this. Good. What's your city like? Right. Hmm. Nice. That's virtual reality and hella shit going on. Now, one of the things that you guys are also going to find out about is London Breed. There's about 8 people in the mayor's race right now to remove London Breed as the mayor of San Francisco. They planned it like, okay, well, London's going to have to go then because of the virtual reality and because of that 37 file. Because London Breed and Latifah Simon are best friends from Fillmore. You guys know a San Francisco Fillmore district, the Mo, up the way, down the way, Smack City. Somebody ended up dying because of them when they were like younger in their 20s and 30s. And that's why they're like still friends. That's what they're trying to hide. Because I know her family. She moved. Several people have left the Bay Area because of what they started, because they saw this and said, we're not getting any more funding. There's going to be a big ass war. Everyone's going to be shooting, fighting, and beefing. I don't want to be involved in it. Everybody left. I left. Hello, people left. They're trying to hide how explosive this is. And now they're talking about, oh, well, her page is radicalizing people. No, you're playing with people of color and their children sexually because some bitch in space told you to with the voice changer. And then they're putting like a specific type of magic on them. It's like Sorrel. It's like Sorrel, Zigigan, Indurfam, Tukwal. Like how you say, oh, this is so surreal. Like, you know, when you're on pills, like some of you guys pop pills and shit like that, or like it's like when you're drunk, it's like, ooh, I feel like so different in my environment, like things like that. Those are actually like realities that people live in. There's one where it's like surreal and it's like people move around like hella fast. Some of you guys have like seen this like in movies and things like that. Like, oh, look at like how their vision and things like that. They went to go put white people in that type of magic and they think like, oh, I'm really spiritual now. Hoes in space because they can't come near us. Well, then they'll have to invite us back and we won't be banished anymore because they'll say, okay, stop harassing my people. And then maybe. So this fight is about trying to get some type of like something from my DNA so they can like then go and play with magic with the Federation that's looking for them. Do you see what I'm talking about? Okay, good. And that's what they're doing with all of you. We'll have the pick of the litter. Well, all of them will have to give this and do that and do that. Some bitch from space that's like this tall, literally, this tall, from like 180 feet, this tall, no melanin, stuck eating feces and like covering it in sriracha. This is not true. You know the truth about yourself. We have shown you the truth. You know the truth. Now, another way that they're going to get exposed is this TV show, Third Body Problem, virtual reality porn games. This is what they were doing playing with white people. Like, I must be spiritual. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's so raw indeed. The surround state is like where you see like you know in Harry Potter where they have like the pensive this like this and then like there's different faces popping up. That's like on a planet, hey, wake up and you have to go to school. It's like that's like super normal. Do you know that these hosts basically try to put like a helmet on my head and have different fucking heads rotating around my head, screaming that I'm a nigger, I'm a black bitch, I'm an ape all day, and this will do it because somebody gave them some magic, and now that nigga's on the fucking run in space. You really don't understand. This is very serious what they got started. But look, everyone died because the signal that I sent from planet Earth all the way out through space. What is happening with small children? Well, they should be the most protected. What is this? Children's Defense Fund, Homeless Children's Alliance, a Center for Missing and Exploited Children. What is this? Somebody wants to go and play with magic, old magic. They won't see this. And then they will have to like let me come back. Right. Then I'll be back. Some goofy bitch because she helped start slavery. This is the big ass war that's about to come to this planet. You guys are going to see it. You see it now because look how I can divinate. You guys saw that the other night. I'm like, okay, I'm in your house and there's like an animal. Yeah, my dog died. How did you know that? So some of you guys see these TV psychics. So that's what you were doing. You were playing with an intelligence scanner. You were playing with magic from space. Some bitches in your ear. It's a virtual reality. Woo. Hey, baby. Hey. And Daisy's just sitting here doing this. And I know she doesn't have this on her computer because they would have been arrested her if she was playing with that. So then they said, oh, okay, you have to capture her and you have to make it seem as if this never happened. So that's their big thing now. But it did happen. Why? Because, well, ooh, and Drake getting blasted by everybody in the industry. And 3737 from the very beginning. Had I never filed this court case, this would have never like made sense. Yeah, actually, I think I need to like move or like go on the run. Castle. Every day in virtual reality. Daisy, is there something that you need? Can you stop? What are you talking about? Some of them are just now seeing this 37 file because they hid it from them in space. No, they have to see it later. They need to see that the psychic reality's been here. And now you see a bunch of shit with, yeah, now I see why they're always trying to make it seem like white people own herbalism and why they're the most spiritual. And now I see what this Super Soul Sunday is about with Oprah and things like that to make it seem like white people are like the high priest and high priestess on this planet. Well, you see them, they're all in religion. They're worshiping false idols because you enslaved them and you fed them pork, chitlins. And then you tied magic to the pork. Like I said, yeah, getting tortured. Some female the other day, I'm actually not going to say that because somebody did that in Mexico and I don't. So, anyways, she's gone. Now you see what got started. So, Daisy, they were joining their budgets to play with magic. One of the federal agents wants to know what is going on with this. He wants to know how did Mina Harris get this money? Because they're in her bank account. There's just like one deposit. How did they get this money for this investment firm? Because Kamala Harris stole a bunch of money from like the Health and Human Services budget because of all like the different loopholes with Epic, with the EHR. And then they were able to like steal a bunch of money, which is coming up right now with like the whole migrant health thing and clinical trial nonsense. And that's how they got that money. There's like a file. It's called FY024 underscore 25. Yeah, you look like that and you search like that, you're gonna find that file. Yeah, who's playing in Ireland and is all the black and brown children missing in Ireland? This is who's doing it, playing with white people playing. Oh, it's okay. They didn't have enough anyway after playing in their country because you stupid hoes started all this bullshit. It's been a few years of it, but it really ramped up, as you clearly see from yesterday. Something that we looked into. My dad, yeah, I'm still with him. It's really good. Let's keep on going because something may happen to my computer. Yeah, there's a new coding system though. They brought it down and they gave it to me. So we're gonna go ahead and edit it. From drug discourse, from discovery to market, explore the drug development process. George Tidmarsh, Stanford University. 170 people going missing around him for clinical trials. I will say 169 because one of them is like, why am I getting charged in a book from East Palo Alto when that's what they're planning? Wait. Andrew Prisbilski, Quang. Don't worry, we're gonna have our mother said so. Holes in space, going back and forth, starting shit. Lithium at rock bottom, because now you see what they were looking for. Despicable Dis. Pharrell seemingly joins Drake hate train with new Despicable Me 4 soundtrack single. It's called Double Live, making diss tracks because of all the chaos in people's kids. Good. Then they're gonna know what's going on with Daisy because they're getting ready for war. Just let it keep on going with the police. Let it keep on going because they're watching my channel, right? And YouTube was watching too because you guys saw them over policing my channel. They watch all my videos. So like, okay, how can we take her channel down? People are finding out about early love. I don't want this and that happening. They demonetized my channel too and everything playing, saying that I was harassing people because I was telling what was happening with Black and brown people. So now they're trying to make it seem like, oh, that's not good. You bitches have managed to start something else again. So for some of the federal agents that have just now come to my page and you're like, what is this? What they're already saying? Basically, there's a man who's a serial killer and he's a rapist. In the 80s and 90s, he went to Georgetown University and he was involved in the disappearance of Joyce Chiang. Her brother is John Chiang. He used to be the state controller for California. They moved and hid her body. She was missing for like a month or something before they found her body in a river. Several hosts went to go and play with something called La Kumisi, like, oh, because they know that I can see, like, how does she know that we're playing with like magic? How does she know what we've been doing for like several years? Because I can see everything that you're doing. Even down to the practitioner and her Botanica on like 94th and International. Her name is Coach Pam. She's always wearing like a Warriors t-shirt. Right. So then what they decided to do is like, let's go play with like, no, we're gonna stop her from seeing some weird, fat, dirty, nasty bitch that's mad that I wasn't gay. Because one of the big things that's coming out is all of these women are like, you guys are all queer gay. Okay, she's the African, you're the African American. Really, like if you're stupid, then there's a difference. But they wanted it to be something that they can beef over, right? So everyone put two and two together. Oh, because Daisy's not gay. That's why they started that because they wanted to like have sex with her, and she's like not into that. Because they do rituals like, oh, you have to eat me out when I'm on my sacred time, like when they're on their period. That's what they do and play, and you get this special magic. She can't register. She's not in our group. That's what they do. White people are going to take that and go run that. Isn't that what you're doing with people's kids? And white women like, oh, if I feed this like little 3-year-old my period blood, I'm going to get spiritual powers of melanin. Because there's some bitch in space playing in technology like that with no melanin, starting shit. Another thing that's going to be coming out too is who gave them the specific substance to make the body of white people. Because it was like they were finding out for years and years and years, but remember, they're only like 10,000 years old. So it was like, okay, how did you build that from this dimension to this dimension? They found the portal and things like that. They're dismantling it. So there's something coming out with rare diseases, and somebody saw me in public health and saw public health CDC rare disease. Okay, she's working. Let me give her this gift. We'll stop this because it's illegal. So that's his jersey number. His phone number is also in 37. Email is also in 37. But they were basically saying like also too, he grew up off of Highway 37. And there's something that's going to come up with that. So this document is all about like pointing back to the fact that this person did it. Because where else is that number 37 very prevalent? Remember this 313? There was a high priestess that was complaining about them switching her kid at birth. This has gone very far in Spanish America. Get off the computer. Get off the computer. So I filed a restraining order on one of them because they were playing on my phone. 2 days later, he filed one against me. Look at the docket number. Because it was God's plan. God's plan. I feel good sometimes I don't, right? Somebody got caught. The attorney that they hired, this is her bar license. One of the judges, same thing, 37. Department of Justice complaint number. This is like all fine. It's just the internet is running slow because also too, I don't know if you guys have noticed something. The internet is really slow. You're uploading Google documents or playing in your different things, moving from place to place, and it's the internet is slow because something with the coding language that they use. I think it's called like Go or Golang or something like that. They use Go for like their network programming or something like that, and Go is getting hit in space. Right? Victim of a crime, like, okay, let me see if I can get the money that they stole from my account back. Emailing me at 9:37 because they use victim of a crime to traffic people and then to put people in danger, white women. Because they're on this whole tip, like, okay, we're cleaning up though with 2 and 3 and 4 year olds. And that's what you stupid assholes started. Yeah, somebody feels really fucking goofy, just stay there. And I promise you, you'll fucking understand. Director of Napa County Public Health because they uploaded her and playing games with her to like play with the budget, emailing me because everyone saw this. GitHub because I built a tech platform and they won't give me my code. Department of Justice. Peter, never spoken to this man. He said, okay, let's do this, PD, and we'll show them that we know about this because they uploaded all of us to the virtual reality. Yeah. What is this document? Thank you. Why aren't the police investigating this and you sent this to several investigators? Because they're family and they're handled brujeria. January 21st, 2020, I was nearly kidnapped. Look at the request number. Okay, so because she's on meth, that's why I'm not really tripping on it because she's on meth. They knew better. So the person that's gonna come up when she gets to office is isn't that the white man? Your so-called best friend, and he's involved with like pedophile groups and trafficking groups. And we're asking you to address this, and you're not because that's your friend. Pay attention. Recruiter calling me at this time, like, okay, because oh, I heard about this. This is gonna be on the news. Harry Potter flyer that they left at my apartment because I'm on camera picking this up from my mailbox. It's just reloading. Inspector General's office. Look at the report number. Okay, this is too much magic. Thank you. You're gonna end up like getting into something very serious for what you guys got started. Very serious. And like now, space is something that they can't really comprehend because they're just kind of realizing like, oh, there was always somebody watching and always somebody like doing enforcement behind. White people been dying. Look at their statistics. Why do you think they're doing what they're doing now? Okay, we're gonna need protection. So if you're not doing something completely fucking delusional, why do you need protection then? She's gonna protect us from what? And once again, cognitive dissonance, right? And yeah, actually, I don't think I should be involved in this because my job can contact it easily. And then people come after me. She's giving my address and my phone number. What the fuck? Actually, I shouldn't have done this. Like, what the hell's wrong with me? Space holes, playing with magic. It's like a long trail. Like, oh, I have to hide and do this and that. Oops, we lost our entire planet. We're all homeless now. People are gonna know. Let's go hide over here and like hide over there and like like it's like 20 or to 20,000 of them hiding in like one petal, or like hiding in like a tiny shaft, or like hiding in like a split up database of a fruit, or like hiding in the portal that's on aquatic beings. I carry bitches like I'm Prego. That started so much shit in New York, they all got charged. Yeah, Lola Brooke. I carry bitches like I'm Prego. Blah, blah. Yeah, they saw it instantly. The war that had started in New York, like, oh my God, it's so loud outside. Yeah, fights and screaming. And then lighting up the whole entire fucking hood with conflict magic that they want to play with this summer, which is why Arizona is melting like that, because they did that out there to play in the cartel. Right. And Arizona's already hot, but there's something with the light reacting and expanding the orbitals of the chemical. And then that is like carrying more of a specific type of like UV ray that's coming down and like eating at the polymers of like tires and rubber and things like that. Arizona's on fire. They started this playing with the chemical in the sky. Oh, so you guys are doing that much to play because they're really afraid of what they activated with those children. And they know that. But remember, there's a big trust place. You must. You're cleaning up. I'm telling you right now, the more I keep on exposing her and speaking like her, that is not my voice. You know my voice. You know who I am. You know when I call you because they're on synthetic chemicals that are like the original plastic and they mix it with some other shit. And there you go. Look at. So you mean to tell me that you really played in the whole entire fucking hood and planet like that with goofy ass bitches and just not realizing it? Who are you actually? But again, white people. That's why no one's surprised that this is what they're doing because we knew something was wrong. Oh, you was too quiet. That's why. Okay, now I see what they've been doing because you're too quiet. I was like, what are you guys doing next? Right. I carry bitches like I'm Prego. I carry bitches like I'm Prego, playing in the portal functions, fractalizing themselves, playing with nanotech and starting shit. Yeah, wow. That's you want to eat that? Give me Beso, Extendo. I carry bitches like I'm Prego. Known to order shots like I'm Draco. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I carry bitches like I'm Prego. Because they were basically like transporting these hoes from place to place. So that's what you do. You're supposed to eat the fish and then you get spiritual powers. Oh, okay. Eat pork and you get spiritual powers. That's where they're hiding all their DNA. Like, oh man, we will mate with them and then we'll get a new body. But I'm in China and they're going to turn me into barbecue. Don't worry. Don't worry. I have something else. Just watch. They'll sacrifice us and we'll go back to God. Cemetery magic. Yeah, something got real quiet in space. Real fucking quiet. Turn that the fuck off. For those of you guys on my Patreon, oh, I did all the videos. So please go on and look at all the videos for the month. We're gonna have our education class. This class that I'm gonna do this month, I think I'm gonna do something along the lines of like pork. I don't know.